All right, so I wanted to do a quick review on the MetaQuest 2 right here. I know it's well past due. Reason being is because I recently got a Galaxy XR headset. I feel like it was the right time to get a new headset. I've tried older headsets. I've come from the Gear VR, I've come from PlayStation VR 1, and even the MetaQuest 2. My gripe is that it's not really clear. All of them had some type of entertainment factor. They all wanted you to play some type of VR game, which was fine. But as I kind of got older, I played less and less video games. So what I enjoyed doing was watching like media apps, like YouTube, for example. This does have a YouTube app, not a YouTube VR. Same thing with the Prime app, but not Prime VR anymore. I think what ended up happening was for like newer ones, they kind of deprecated it because they were bringing out their own platform. Um, if you've had a Windows Phone, you kind of know that the Windows Phone platform unfortunately didn't succeed because apps weren't there, and one of the big ones was YouTube. So this wasn't surprising that YouTube wasn't in like other platforms like the VR from Apple. Ends up happening. I think it's a Vision Pro, right? I'm not an Apple person. So when it comes to the MetaQuest 2, though, going back to the main thing, it was really good. It gave a full environment experience, which was nice, a full 360, but it wasn't super clear. And that holds true with these older devices. There was like a screen door effect for everything, which is the main reason why I didn't use that much. I wanted to sit back, relax, and watch media, and it didn't fit the build. If you have like a television or a computer monitor, it worked out better that you would just sit in front of those things and watch it because one, that's years of what you're used to, and two, it was clearer than this older MetaQuest 2. So that's my gripe with it. Games wise, I didn't really play anything. I can't really say there was any like super AAA games. Lots of zombie shooters. um, and I got a PSVR 2, and truth be told, like it was better, but you would still run into little things like that. So there wasn't like one perfect one. I didn't get a MetaQuest 3 because I heard that even though things were better on there, there were rumors of a new Android one coming out. So I was like, okay, let me wait. The one that did come out was Play for Dream, and because that came from China, it didn't let you do a lot of the Google related services. It was Android on there, but not like where you can sign in with your Google, get your Gmail, like all those Google services were not on there. So I decided not to go for that. And that thing, it cost like 2 grand. Meanwhile, the Samsung Galaxy XR was 1,800. So uh, that's a different conversation for another time. But again, about the MetaQuest 2, it was a good device, not super clear. The weight was in the front, so I think as I got older, maybe I have neck problems. So I wasn't too happy about this. They fixed a lot of things with the MetaQuest 3, but I didn't want to get the MetaQuest 3 because it looks like they were doing like a refresh every 2 to 3 years, maybe 3 to 4. And I was just like, all right, I'll just wait for the next one. And one of the selling points was, oh, Xbox is going to be on there, and they made a specialized Xbox, I think Quest 3S, and I really wanted to get it, but I have an Xbox and a PlayStation that I seldom play, so I was like, okay, maybe not the right idea. Um, it has a big library because Meta's been around longer than a lot of these other guys, especially Android XR being just a few days old. So the main reason I got it was I looked at some of the specs and I thought that it was going to be great next generation technology, next gen. Unlike this being older tech, it still worked fine. I think, like Mark Zuckerberg said, that the MetaQuest 3 is going to be the new measuring stick moving forward for all their stuff. So their Meta Horizon, the Quest 3, and future tech coming out is going to be based off of the requirements and hardware of the MetaQuest 3, not the 2. Another reason I was just like, all right, I'll just keep this one and use it when I need. But I think like when my daughter's friends would come around, like they would play around with it, but they wouldn't play around with it for too long. Again, I feel like it was just something there. I think the games played fine, but there wasn't anything compelling enough for me to say like this is what I want. I'm a big sci-fi person, so I'd rather just sit there and watch like some sci-fi movie because like the vast majority of things on there was like zombie related shooters. And I think like even though you can get better with shooters, it's still like one genre over and over and over again. That was my gripe with it. Again, it was sitting there collecting dust practically with me, so I wouldn't say get this one. If there's a good deal for maybe the MetaQuest 3, go for it. I don't fully agree that the MetaQuest 2 is a buy today, especially with newer tech out. But if it's really cheap, I mean, I wouldn't blame you. But it's going to be something that you're going to buy and it's just going to sit there. Might as well get something newer that you may end up using more often. That's again my 2 cents. I think I'm going to just leave it at that. And the next video is going to be probably about the Android Galaxy XR from Samsung and Google. Have a good one.